Hey guys, it is Cece. I am CeeMyCurlz, and as you see, I got butterfly locks. If you want to see that video, go ahead. Because I always get this wrong. All right, let's see. I want to say the card's on this side of the screen. I swear I'm always pointing on this side of the screen and it never goes there. So we're gonna try this side of the screen. But either way, there'll be a card that links at the top. Go ahead, it'll take you right to how I did this hairstyle. And there's also a video coming soon about what you want to do to your hair to prep it for a protective style to make sure that you're actually protecting it. But I can ramble about hair for days, but today we are here because you want to know what you might not be doing to get your skin nice and clear. Like, there might be some things that you're leaving out. So I got 5 tips for you guys on how to get your complexion nice, clear, glowy. Because if you haven't already seen, last year my face did not look like this. So this is my actual tips. Like, I've done research, and I'm really passionate about skincare, high key. I'm really passionate about beauty altogether, but it's just something about skin and hair that I just think if you really learned what you need, it just makes life so much easier. Your skin's gonna be thanking you. So if you haven't already, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Also, make sure you like this video, and then let's start. I'm gonna start this. So I need you to go ahead and leave a comment now. So I want to start conversations in the comments. So if you are currently trying to clear up your skin, I want you to go ahead and leave in the comments what your problem might be. If it's oil control, if it's just pimples in general, or if it's hyperpigmentation, so that I can hopefully give you some tips or at least send you some links to things that I use to help clear my skin. All right, so I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna get into this video. So before I start, I just wanna make this clear. These tips are for my skin type. My skin type is oily combination, okay? Before my skin was completely clear, I would say I had mostly oily skin. But since I was able to calm everything down, get the breakouts at bay, I now don't have as much oil production as I used to. So now I say I have oily to combo skin because I am still prone to oil in some ways. All right, so let's get into these tips. I got my notes. And I did all my research last night. So let's get this started. Tip number 1, don't pick your face. Now, I'm guilty of this, but like, I've definitely stopped. Like, I'm not as bad as I used to be, but picking your face is probably one of the worst things you can do for your face. And I had to learn that the hard way, because part of the reasons why I think my face had so much hyperpigmentation a few years ago was because I was pimple popping, because I was picking. I gave up the pimple popping for the most part. Not even for the most part. I don't think I pop pimples anymore just because I know my products will help take care of the pimple like that. And then also, if you've never noticed, if you just let your pimple run its course and as it comes to head, it's gonna pop itself. And I also learned that because when you pick your pimples or when you're popping at them, you're making that already dark spot that you're gonna have from a pimple. You're gonna have a dark spot, period. Let me let my nose down. You're gonna have a dark spot from the pimple, period. But by picking your face and by agitating that area, you are going to make the healing in that dark spot even worse. So picking your face does not help you. You can also cause bacteria to get into that pimple, and that could be why the pimple's taking so long to heal, because you went and put your crusty little nails all up in your face, probably didn't even wash your hands first before you started popping your pimples, and now look at you. You're covered in dark spots, you got pimples everywhere. Why? Because you were picking your face. All right, next one. You need to keep your skin moisturized. Now, I know if you have oily skin, you're like, why am I moisturizing? Like, my skin's already super oily. But the reason why you could have this oily skin is because you aren't moisturizing. So what your skin is doing, because it's so dry, it's gonna start producing more oil to help keep its natural oils in. This could also be if you're using a really harsh face wash as well. But keeping your skin moisturized is very important. Make sure you have a nice moisturizing lotion. I know when I first really started, I would use the Vino, and the Vino worked great for me. I suggest if you have my skin type, try to find an oil-free moisturizer. I love the Clinique Jelly Moisturizer. But yeah, this is for the beginners who like are just trying to find what moisturizers. If Aveeno maybe, because Aveeno could be too oily for you. Or you could just be like, I don't want to put Aveeno on my skin. I have a little more money to spend. I love Clinique. Clinique is amazing, and I would say this really helps push me in the right direction when it came to oil control. This is their dramatically different oil control gel. They also have a hydrating jelly. Both of those are great. They're great, especially if you do have, like during the summer, I get oily a lot quicker because of the humidity. So like those are perfect because they're going to help you not get too oily, but your face is going to be super moisturized. Okay, so next tip, you need to wear sunscreen. I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. You need to wear your sunscreen, guys. The reason why I put that down there is because if clearing your skin isn't always about the acne, like, okay, you got the acne to calm down, but you're still covered in dark spots. If you are not wearing sunscreen and you have a lot of hyperpigmentation on your face, what you're doing is making the hyperpigmentation a little bit worse. Because you know how we get tans in the sun? Your dark spots are gonna be darkening in the sun. If you wanna know more about that, go ahead and check out my how I cleared my skin and hyperpigmentation video. I will link that. Once again, we're hoping that this is the right side. But I will go ahead and link that right now, so please go check that out because I will go into depth about why you need sunscreen. But just a few reasons why you should use sunscreen. One, for your dark spots. Your dark spots are going to get darker if you're not using sunscreen. That's on period too. Two, we all need SPF protection. I don't care if you're black. We all need it. We all need to protect ourselves from the sun rays. Secondly, or thirdly, it can make your face oilier. If you're not protecting your face from the sun and you're just letting all those sun rays hit it, what you're doing is possibly getting that oil protection to be worse. The oil protection just gets worse, which causes more clogged pores, which then leads to more pimples. And then pimples leads to hyperpigmentation, and you're just repeating the cycle over and over and over again. And I will say, since I've been using sunscreen regularly, I have little to no hyperpigmentation. I just had that epiphany. All right, so like I was saying, before, you're not using a good moisturizer. Well, this next tip is your face wash is not hydrating enough, okay? Just like I was saying earlier, if you want your skin to not be so oily, you want to make sure that it's moisturized, because part of the reason why your oil production is up could be because your skin is not moisturized. So you want to use a nice mild cleanser that is not going to strip your hair of its natural oils. Stripping your hair of its natural oils does not help you. Not your hair, oh gosh. I'm over here thinking about my hair, but it goes hand in hand. Stripping your skin of its natural oils is not going to help you, okay? You want to use a cleanser that, yes, does clean your skin. Like, I'm sorry, I just got to say Fenty again. Or my turmeric wash, but both of those face wash clean my skin. They're gentle enough, they don't suds too much, so I know that they have very gentle detergents in them, but they also leave my skin feeling very moisturized after I use it. I used to have, I used to use like the Biogio charcoal face wash back in my beginning days of trying to clear my skin, and I also used the Boscia charcoal face wash. And even though the Boscia was a little more hydrating, charcoal face washes have a way of just stripping your skin. And sometimes, like, and I know people like to say charcoal, use charcoal. Ever since I've taken that charcoal out of my skincare routine, my skin's been popping. So the charcoal might be drying you out. So just make sure you are doing your research on your face washes. Use the ingredient list to your advantage. You might not know what they're saying on that ingredient list, but that's why we got Google, y'all. You better Google those ingredients. Also, don't be afraid to spend money on your cleanser. Go to Sephora, talk to a specialist, tell them what you're dealing with. Because a lot of times that $30 cleanser is gonna last you a year and a half, okay? So it's worth the investment in your skin. All right, my last tip, but I actually have a bonus tip. I'm gonna do that bonus tip last, but my last official tip is add a treatment into your weekly skincare routine, if not your daily skincare routine, depending on how bad your acne is and how much time you have, honestly. But even just doing it weekly or bi-weekly, that's really going to help. Now, when I say treatments, this could be an active ingredient. Active ingredients include AHAs and BHAs. You could be using a toner that has glycolic acid. That's a way to treat your skin. You could also be using a chemical peel that helps promote cell turnover, and it's going to help get rid of that dead skin. That's a treatment that's going to help with cell turnover. The quicker that your skin does it, it's going to help get rid of those dark spots as you're trying to help them fade. Also, retinoids do those same things in a different way. Clay mask, I talk about clay mask all the time. This is specifically for my skin type, oily to combination skin. Clay masks are amazing because what they're going to do is they're going to help with your oil production. You're going to help control the oil on your skin. Back when my acne and oil was all over the place, I did clay masks maybe, I did bentonite clay specifically probably every other day at one point. And you can only do this when your skin is oily. I don't do this anymore because that will dry the heck out of my skin. I may be able to do like twice in a week, but I can't do every other day anymore. So yeah, I think great treatments for you to have are weekly easy treatments. Go ahead and get some clay. Get you a jar of bentonite clay. It'll change your life. Simple as that. It'll change your life. I also recommend the Formula 10 clays. Like I said, go check out that video because I go into depth about which products I recommend for hyperpigmentation and clearing your skin. Also, sheet masks are amazing. And then also a AHA mask. I just bought an overnight mask that I like. So yeah, just do your research, figure out what's going to work for your routine, because overnight mask, if you are a busy girl, an overnight mask is gonna be your best friend. If you have time during the day, then you can do a clay mask. You can do your sheet mask, you know? So you just have to figure out what's going to work for you. So this last bonus tip is kind of funny. It's kind of shade, but it's not at the same time. Get rid of the F boys. And the F girls, and y'all should know what I mean by that. And if you don't know what that means, you're too young to be on my channel. But yes, get rid of those irrelevant factors, those irrelevant people that just cause you stress. Get rid of them, because I guarantee you, your complexion will thank you. The stress, just added stress from unhealthy relationships also can affect your skin. And I'm gonna just keep it at that. I personally don't have any more stressful relationships in my life. And I think this glow reflects that. This is definitely a F-boy free, I take care of my skin type of glow, okay? So yeah. So those are my tips to a clear complexion, to clear glowy skin. Let me know if you have any tips that I might have left out, because there were a lot of tips that I could have done, but I wanted to keep this video short because I be talking. So let me know if you guys have any comments or tips that you like to personally do in the comment box down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also make sure you're following me on Instagram, CeeMyCurlz, 2 Z's. Peace out.